We are so happy to have our next guest here. A dear friend of the show, actor, TV host, former GMA contributor Cameron Mathison. Back in September, you may remember that he revealed he had cancer and had to have surgery to remove a tumor on his kidney. We're going to talk to Cam in a moment, but first, take a look at his journey over the past 2 months. He's the soap opera star.
I love you.
Former GMA contributor.
Straight, and sometimes the hardest part.
Now Hallmark Channel favorite.
And how do you know that?
Because when somebody cares about something as much as you do, they make it happen.
But in September, the 50-year-old actor and TV host making a shocking announcement on his Hallmark Channel show, Home and Family.
They actually found a growth on one of my kidneys, my right kidney. It's a tumor that's consistent with something called renal cell carcinoma or kidney cancer.
Cameron saying he had spent years trying to determine what was causing pain in his abdomen, finally demanding an MRI. And that's when doctors found the tumor. Doctors telling him the tumor had likely been growing on his kidney for the last 10 years. During surgery, doctors were able to remove the tumor on his kidney completely, and he's been left with 80% of his right kidney. Today, the father of two, still his upbeat self, sharing these images during his recovery. Oh my goodness, please welcome Cameron Mathison live! Yes! Yes! Oh, I was just hugging on you. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you're doing as well. How are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. I feel great. It's about 9 weeks out now from my surgery, and you know, the energy's coming back, strength's coming back, but in the grand scheme of things, I just feel so lucky and so good. And I felt so much love and support from you and everybody here at Good Morning America, my family still, and I really appreciate it.
The family's well? Everybody's
Yeah, everybody's great. They're, you know, they've been through this.
They're grown.
I mean, when I started working with you guys, they were literally infants, and now they're great. They're 16, 13, and Vanessa's amazing.
Yeah, I know that had to be very difficult for them to see you go through this. But any treatment post after the surgery?
So very fortunate that we caught the tumor on my right kidney before it went into my lymph nodes and other areas, and so really there's no chemo, no radiation. Just, you know, obviously follow-ups every 6 months with CT scans and things like that. But, super fortunate. It's been growing in me for between 8 and 12 years, so it's been there for a long time. Slow-growing tumor, but because it hadn't spread yet, I mean, just so lucky. Yeah.
You knew there was something. You were going back after again and again,
exactly.
And you were the one who had to insist and saying, guys, I need an MRI here.
It's absolutely true. I'm really in touch. You know, I've always been, you know, kind of the healthy guy, or been in touch with how I feel and what I eat and things, how my body reacts, and I really try to pay attention to my health. And over the years, it just, certain things weren't right. I'd seen several doctors, both traditional and alternative medicine doctors. I had gotten a slew of tests showing low immune function, showing a low white blood cell count, things that didn't make sense to me considering I eat so healthy and I'm such a healthy guy, active in all sorts of ways. And I'd asked about an MRI. Can I get a MRI, you know, specifically in my GI area, my gut area, because I thought that was sort of where it all was. And the doctors, you know, they weren't refusing it, but they're like, we really don't think you need it. Hey, let's try this, let's try that, over years. And then I'm on set of a recent movie. I did a really sweet movie where it's about really paying attention to the signs and indications in our lives and seeing them as little miracles and as little ways to guide us and help us make decisions in our lives. And I'm coming off this movie and I'm like, I can't keep putting it off. I'm going to insist upon it. Like 4 days after coming off that, I insisted on the MRI. I got the MRI, and it probably saved my life.
It probably did. You saved your life. You really did. And so what would you say to people who, you know, we sometimes with doctors, we're like, oh, we can't speak up. I mean, they know better than we do. How can we be an advocate for? What's your suggestion?
And you know, of course, they do. And I'm not in no way saying to run out and get an MRI every time you got a little ache and a pain. I mean, the doctors are probably, you know, listening to that, you know, freaking out, because that's not what happened, right? So, but my message really is to pay attention, to be mindful, to listen to your body. When you eat a certain thing or you feel a certain way, if it keeps going, you know, get it checked out. Go see your doctors, run the tests, which is what I did for years. I didn't just kind of run out and get an MRI because I had this issue, but really be your own best advocate for your own health. We know when something's just not right.
Yeah, we do. We do. And we have to speak up.
That's what my takeaway from this.
I got that. So you were talking about you continued to work. You have a movie that's coming out. Tell us about that.
It's the movie that I was on the set of when kind of like the light bulb went off. But it's called The Christmas Club. It's on Hallmark Channel. It's a beautiful Christmas story of romance, two people, unlikely people finding their way together through a series of random acts of kindness, and also, like I mentioned, before, these little things in life that kind of brought them together, but also became through a different perspective. I play this kind of big business consultant who would never really look or pay attention to these little things. And if we really do, brings us together, and ultimately it helps these two people come together, but also benefit others too. So.
Some people call those God winks.
God winks.
God winks. That's it.
Exactly. I mean, that's the idea.
All
for
right.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm so glad that you're doing as well as you are.
Thank you so
Always
much.
have a home here.
I really
Always have a home here.
Guys. I appreciate that.
And Cameron's new movie he was talking about, The Christmas Club, appears on the Hallmark Channel November 27th. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.